Hello and welcome. My name is Lindsay, and I want to thank you so much for being here today. So, in today's video, you're going to get a little glimpse into my Sunday routine. So, I work outside the home Monday through Friday, and that leaves me Saturday and Sunday on the weekends. Saturdays are usually a little bit busy. They are the days when we likely will have activities or, things that are going on. So I try to leave Sundays as a more laid back, kind of casual, kind of stay around the house, relax, get things done, kind of to get ready for the week ahead. As part of that Sunday routine, the main thing that I will do is wash all the bedding and the towels, any cleaning rags that I have, just to start things off kind of nice and fresh for the week ahead. A big challenge for me lately has been making sure that I'm drinking enough water. It's really easy and tempting, to have coffee, or my guilty pleasure is lately been soda. So I'm curious what tips and tricks you guys use to make sure you're getting enough water. One of the first things that I like to tackle in the morning is just getting that kitchen island clean. It's kind of one of the hubs and centers of our home, so it seems like it's always cluttered or messy with something. I try to make it a priority to clean it before I go to bed, but we have people in our family that sometimes will stay up late, especially on the weekends, and so a lot of times it ends up just getting messy again. My littles will typically wake up early and want breakfast, and so a lot of times I will just clean it in the morning just to kind of get it out of the way so that I can get on with my day and do the rest of the things that I need to do. One of my favorite weekend routines is having a cup of coffee and talking on video chat with my sister and my mom. My sister and her family and my mom and dad live in the town where I grew up, but me and my family, we moved several hours away in the town where my husband is from. I'm sure that we can all identify with the fact that we can get very consumed in life and work and family and everything else that is going on. And so this time is always just very meaningful to me because it's just a time when we can come together and kind of recenter and focus and talk and prep ourselves for what's to come. So in this video, I'm sharing with you some of my weekend routines that I like to participate in. And so I'm wondering if you have any weekend routines you like to do on the weekend, whether it's to distress from a busy week or to kind of help prepare yourself for the week to come. During the weekdays, my kids typically eat at school, and so I am always just preparing something fast for me to eat before I go to work. So that's one of the reasons that I really enjoy the weekend, because it's a time when I can kind of slow down and, make something special or creative that can take a little bit longer, but that we can also all enjoy together. Sometimes I like to make things, that are easier to do if you have like a mixer or a blender. Like this, I'm making something with oats, I think instead of flour or something like that. And so it's just easier to use a blender. And I was using my NutriBullet, which I love, by the way, but I was making bigger portions, so I felt like it was getting stuck. Like sometimes I couldn't get it open, and so then I'd be in a bind. So I finally had a bunch of like gift cards and stuff, and this NutriBullet blender was on sale at Target, so I ended up buying it, and I really love it. But it just really makes making things in the blender so much easier. So I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something that is going to be affordable. So I think I mentioned to you guys already that I'm a huge pumpkin fanatic, and I don't know that anybody else in my family is as wild for pumpkin as I am. But for my kids, I've learned that the trick is to add chocolate chips. I feel like I can put chocolate chips in anything, and they will instantly love that. So just a little mom hack. So I didn't do it in this one, but another way that I will sometimes get like veggies and stuff into their food is by putting it into muffins and breads. So I'm a big like seed and nut person, and so a lot of times I will add seeds or nuts to different dishes to kind of give them that extra crunch and nutritional value. Life is full of many different seasons, and the season that I am in right now is motherhood. In every season of life, you will encounter joy and struggle. I experience so much joy with my children in watching them in the different phases of life that they are in and the different milestones that they are meeting. as they grow and discover themselves and their personalities and the things that they like and dislike, and just really seeing who they are start to shine through. It's always so interesting to hear their questions that they ask, or the comments that they make, or the insights that they provide, because I feel like it gives us a glimpse into their perspective. We live in a society where so many times I feel that the voices of children are stifled or overlooked. But now is the time that we should create that safe space for them to be able to express themselves and to share their ideas, because this is how they learn. This is how they grow into adults that learn how to communicate their feelings and their viewpoints. Along with the joys comes the struggle. That side of motherhood where you are constantly wondering, am I enough? Am I doing enough? Am I giving what is needed to my children, my partner, my family, my job, my friends? Every direction that we are pulled in. And then having that time to cultivate that sense of self, that love of self, having that space to grow and challenge and know who you are. Because over time, the hats that we wear and the roles that we serve in will change. But what will be left at the end is you. And there comes a point when you have to sit with yourself and be confident in who you are and love who you are. Because if you don't, then you won't find happiness in any of the roles that you take on over time. I want to thank you for being here today, and I'll see you next time.